Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga etc. I'm here today to bring a review for My Hero Academia manga chapter 318. And so all it is really is Deku literally one-handedly trying to save the world. We saw him forsake All Might last chapter. He's not with anyone currently, like I said. Like, it's clearly obvious. You can tell he's trying to do everything by himself. And now I thought this chapter would have the hero Killer Stain, hop in there, have his little talk with Deku. I still think that could come. Still think that could come. I thought that would have been this chapter where we start things off, but it doesn't seem like we're gonna get that yet. But in this chapter, we're really back inside the One for All, and we're seeing the other users of the One for All. They're just basically talking about amongst themselves, and they can see like the pressure that this is really putting on Deku, and it's hinted by I don't know what user he is, but it's hinted by one of the users that how there's only one thing that can bring him out of this dark side that he's in right now. And speaking of his dark side, all them panels, there's quite a few panels where you just know, and I feel like the mangaka is doing a really good job of letting us know like Deku is he's not right up here. He's not on the right path, be it or the path leading to villainy or just him just being a broken individual, whatever it is, because I'm not sure. He's not on the right path, and I feel like the mangaka is doing a very good job of showing that he is not on the right path. The two that come to mind very first is the very first panel of Deku, and he's just like, no, like this is not a hero. And there's another panel where later on where Deku's talking, and he's basically like, I need to do all of this so we can all smile together, and you see all the happy faces behind him, but then you just see him looking dark and menacing. I'm like, Deku's not right up here. He's not right up here. But within this chapter, we see Deku and he's face to face with another high gun, and it's at this point that made me start thinking about something he said. If it wasn't last chapter, it was a couple of chapters. No, I think it was last chapter. And just some other things as well. So basically, what I'm getting at here is that how in the last chapter, Deku was saying that currently, with how he stands right now, he's just as good as a Prime All Might, and now that with no recall as well. He says that as well, no recall as well, and that kind of threw me off this week when Deku was going through like what could he do to like deal with this current situation. He was like Air Force, basically his long range attack, his long to mid range attacks, and he's like, no, I can't do that. I don't have my gloves. I was like, huh? Why don't you have your gloves? And two, like, what? You said you were as good as a prime, the Prime All Might. So that just brought me to thinking, because I know he's got some other gadgets on him right now, but I can't remember what. It just made me think. If you strip away the gadgets, how good are you, Deku? Even with your multiple quirks, how good are you? Because at the end of the day, the hero shouldn't be dependent on the gadgets. You should be good regardless, kind of thing. But it's just something that made me think. But to my surprise, Bakugo has made an appearance. Now I knew down the line that his friends would make an appearance and they would meet again and they'd have this whole interaction of, oh my gosh, you left Deku, you didn't say a word, how dare you do that, blah 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 blah. And I did feel like that his friends would be one of the factors, if not the main factor, of him coming back to his right state of mind. But I didn't think this was all happening so soon. And like I said, we got Bakugo within this chapter. He was on his phone, like, yo, found him, here he is, kind of thing. And so yeah, it seems like we're gonna get that sooner rather than later. And now one thing I noticed is that he's not wearing his hero mask, and I don't know, I kind of think why, but I can't really think of something in particular that makes a whole lot of sense. But yeah, the last thing I want to mention about this chapter is at the very beginning of this chapter, I never mentioned that the international heroes are coming in soon. And now, I said previously that I'm quite excited for these international heroes, especially if they're better than All Might. Because as we know, All Might was the symbol of peace. All Might was the number one hero in Japan. Japan is a small country. So I sincerely doubt that All Might was the number one hero in the world. So if we're going to have some internationals come in, and it would make sense that no, that's, I mean, like, it all depends really, because, like, a small country might have had a higher crime rate, they might have the biggest villains. But regardless of what I'm trying to get at is that Japan is a small, very small compared to the rest of the world. Very there's like Japan's a small country. There's bigger countries out there, so it's possible that bigger countries have bigger threats. So therefore, bigger threats would equal to a need to better heroes, and therefore, well, I'm just basically saying that the heroes that are coming in should be and could be better than All Might. So I'm excited for that. Let's just leave it at that. So yeah, I think this chapter deserves a 3-star standard rating. And like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.